We go to a party.
Have you ever wondered how you can find joy in the smallest moments of life? The podcast Daily English Conversations for Beginners, Gratitude, Finding Joy in Everyday Life is exactly what you're looking for. Join us as we help you strengthen your speaking skills through daily conversations while discovering the true meaning of gratitude. This podcast is filled with exciting adventures and repetitive practice that will lead you to a world of happiness and contentment. From simple, everyday conversations to deeper discussions on social and cultural values, we cover all the details so you can easily apply these skills in your life. Each episode invites you on an energetic and thrilling journey. Join us and learn how to turn small moments into great joys with gratitude and thankfulness. This is an extraordinary experience you won't want to miss. Join us and enjoy this exciting journey.
And everyone turns to see this beautiful lady.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Daily English Conversations for Beginners. I'm Sophia.
And I'm Mason. We're thrilled to have you here with us today. Joining us are our friends, Emily and June. Hi, guys.
Hi, Mason. Hi, everyone. It's great to be here.
Hello, everyone. I'm excited to join this conversation.
Today, we're diving into a very important topic, gratitude. Expressing gratitude can make our lives happier and our relationships stronger.
That's right, Sophia. Gratitude means being thankful and showing appreciation for the good things in life. It can be for something big, like getting a new job, or something small, like someone holding the door open for you.
Exactly, Mason. And showing gratitude doesn't just make others feel good. It also makes us feel good. When we recognize and appreciate the positive things around us, we can feel more joyful and content.
Yes, Emily. So today, we will explore different ways to practice gratitude in our daily lives, share some personal stories, and do some fun activities to help you get started. Let's begin with a basic introduction to gratitude.
Great idea, June. Let's start by discussing what gratitude is and why it's important. Mason, can you tell us more?
Sure, Sophia. Gratitude is the act of being thankful for the things we have and the people around us. It's about recognizing the good things in our lives and appreciating them. When we practice gratitude, we focus on the positive, which can improve our mood and our outlook on life.
Yes, and expressing gratitude can also strengthen our relationships. When we show appreciation for others, it makes them feel valued and respected. This can lead to deeper and more meaningful connections.
Absolutely, Emily, and it's important to remember that gratitude isn't just about big things. It's also about the small, everyday moments that bring us joy. For example, enjoying a cup of coffee in the morning or receiving a kind message from a friend.
That's so true, June. Now, let's talk about some practical ways to practice gratitude in our daily lives. One way is to keep a gratitude journal. Every day, you can write down a few things you're thankful for. Mason, have you ever tried this?
Yes, I have, Sophia. Keeping a gratitude journal can be very helpful. It's a great way to reflect on your day and focus on the positive aspects. Even on tough days, there are always things to be grateful for.
I agree, Mason. Another way to practice gratitude is to express it verbally. This can be as simple as saying thank you to someone who did something nice for you. June, do you have an example of a time when you expressed gratitude to someone?
Yes, Emily, I remember one time when a colleague helped me with a project at work. I made sure to thank them and let them know how much I appreciated their support. It made both of us feel good and strengthened our working relationship.
That's a great example, June. Expressing gratitude verbally is a powerful way to show appreciation. It can be in person, over the phone, or even through a message or email.
And don't forget about nonverbal expressions of gratitude. Sometimes, actions speak louder than words. Doing something nice for someone, like cooking them a meal or helping them with a task, can show your appreciation in a meaningful way.
Yes, Mason. Acts of kindness can be a wonderful way to express gratitude. It shows that you care and that you're willing to put in effort to make someone else's day better.
Speaking of acts of kindness, let's share some personal stories about times when we experienced or showed gratitude. I think our listeners will find them inspiring.
That's a great idea, June. I'll start with a story from my childhood. When I was young, my family didn't have a lot of money. One year, during the holiday season, a neighbor brought us a basket full of food and gifts. It made a huge difference for us, and I was so grateful. It taught me the importance of helping others and showing gratitude for even the smallest acts of kindness.
These stories show that gratitude can come in many forms, and it's often the small, thoughtful actions that make the biggest impact. It's important to recognize and appreciate these moments.
Absolutely, June. Now, let's do a little activity with our listeners to help them start practicing gratitude. We're going to ask you to think of 3 things you're grateful for today. It can be anything, big or small. Take a moment to think about it.
That's a beautiful story, Sophia. I have a similar experience. A few years ago, I was feeling very stressed at work. One day, a colleague noticed and brought me a cup of coffee and some encouraging words. It was a small gesture, but it meant a lot to me. It reminded me to be grateful for the supportive people in my life.
Those are wonderful stories, Sophia and Mason. I have one too. Last year, I went through a tough time and felt very down. One of my friends would call me every day just to check on me and see how I was doing. Their consistent support helped me get through that period, and I made sure to let them know how grateful I was for their friendship.
Great! Now that you have your 3 things, try to write them down or say them out loud. This simple activity can help you focus on the positive aspects of your day.
And if you want to take it a step further, share your gratitude with someone else. Let them know how much you appreciate them or something they've done. It can be a friend, family member, colleague, or even a stranger.
Yes, Emily, sharing gratitude not only makes others feel good, but also reinforces your own positive feelings. It's a win-win situation.
Practicing gratitude daily can truly transform your outlook on life. It helps you see the good even in challenging times and brings more joy and positivity into your life.
So, to all our listeners, we encourage you to start practicing gratitude today. Keep a journal, express your thanks, perform acts of kindness, and share your appreciation with others. It's a simple but powerful way to improve your well-being and relationships.
Beautiful lady who's walking around with me. And then
Now we're going to talk about practicing gratitude daily. Gratitude means being thankful for the good things in our lives.
That's right, Sophia. Gratitude is important because it helps us focus on the positive and appreciate what we have.
Practicing gratitude can make us happier and improve our relationships. It's a simple way to make our lives better.
Let's start by talking about some easy ways to practice gratitude every day. What are some things you do to feel grateful, Sophia?
I like to keep a gratitude journal. Every night, I write down 3 things I'm thankful for. It helps me end the day on a positive note.
That's a great idea, Sophia. I like to say thank you more often. It's a simple way to show appreciation to the people around me.
I practice gratitude by enjoying small moments. For example, I take a moment to appreciate a beautiful sunset or a delicious meal.
Those are all wonderful ideas. I like to tell my friends and family why I'm thankful for them. It makes them feel good and strengthens our bond.
Let's role-play some scenarios to practice expressing gratitude. I'll go first with Mason. Mason, you can be someone who helped me with a project.
Sure. Sophia, let's start.
Mason, thank you so much for helping me with the project. I really appreciate your...
You're welcome, Sophia. I'm glad I could help. How did it turn out?
It went really well. Your advice made a big difference. I couldn't have done it without you.
I'm happy to hear that. Anytime you need help, just let me know.
Thanks, Mason. You're a great friend.
That was a good example of expressing gratitude. It's important to be specific about what you're thankful for and to show genuine appreciation.
Let's do another role play. This time, I'll be someone who received a gift from Emily.
Sounds good. Let's begin.
Emily, thank you so much for the beautiful scarf. It's perfect for winter.
I'm glad you like it, June. I thought the color would suit you.
It does. I've already worn it a few times. It's so warm and cozy.
That makes me happy. I love giving gifts that people enjoy.
You have a great taste in gifts. Thanks again, Emily.
That was another great example. Receiving and giving thanks is a wonderful way to practice gratitude.
This beautiful lady who's walking around with me. And then
Now, let's talk about how practicing gratitude can impact our daily lives. When we focus on the good things, it can change our mood and perspective.
Yes, and it can reduce stress. When we're grateful, we focus less on what we lack and more on what we have.
Gratitude can also improve our relationships. When we appreciate the people in our lives, we make them feel valued and loved.
Let's share some personal stories about how practicing gratitude has helped us. Mason, do you have a story to share?
Sure, Sophia. Last year, I started writing thank you notes to my friends and family. At first, it felt a bit strange, but soon I noticed how happy it made them. Their positive reactions made me feel good too. It strengthened our relationships and brought us closer.
That's a wonderful story, Mason. I started a gratitude jar with my family. Every time something good happens, we write it down and put it in the jar. At the end of the year, we read all the notes together. It's a great way to remember all the good times we've had.
That sounds like a fun tradition, Emily. For me, practicing gratitude has helped me become more mindful. I take a few minutes each day to reflect on what I'm thankful for. It's made me more aware of the positive things in my life.
Those are all great examples. For our listeners, we encourage you to find your own way to practice gratitude. It can be as simple as saying thank you, keeping a journal, or reflecting on your day.
And remember, practicing gratitude is not just about big things. It's about appreciating the small things too, like a sunny day, a good book, or a kind word from a friend.
Let's do one last role play. This time, I'll thank June for being a good friend.
I'm ready, Emily. Let's go.
June, I just want to say thank you for always being there for me. You're a wonderful friend.
Thank you, Emily. That means a lot to me. I'm grateful for your friendship too.
I appreciate how you always listen and support me. It makes a big difference in my life.
I feel the same way about you, Emily. We're always there for each other, and that's what makes our friendship special.
That was a beautiful example of expressing gratitude to a friend. It's these small acts of kindness and appreciation that strengthen our relationships.
To wrap up this part, let's remind our listeners to practice gratitude daily. It's a simple yet powerful way to improve your life and the lives of those around you.
Take a moment each day to reflect on what you're thankful for. Express your gratitude to others and see how it positively impacts your life.
asks me, do you feel alright? And I say yes, I feel wonderful.
Now we're going to talk about finding joy in small things. Sometimes, the little things in life can bring us the most happiness.
That's right, Sophia. It's easy to overlook the small moments that make our lives better. Today, we'll discuss how to notice and appreciate these moments.
Finding joy in small things can make everyday life more enjoyable. It's about paying attention to the little details and being present in the moment.
Let's start by sharing some examples of small things that bring us joy. Sophia, what's something small that makes you happy?
I love the smell of fresh coffee in the morning. It's a small thing, but it makes me feel good and ready to start the day.
That's a good one, Sophia. For me, it's hearing my favorite song on the radio. It always lifts my mood and makes me want to sing along.
I enjoy seeing flowers bloom in my garden. It's a simple pleasure, but it brings me a lot of joy.
I find joy in watching the sunset. The colors in the sky are so beautiful, and it helps me relax and appreciate the day.
Those are all wonderful examples. Let's do some role plays to practice talking about these small joys. Mason, you can start with Emily.
Sure, Sophia. Emily, I'll ask you about something that made you happy today.
Okay, Mason, let's go.
Hi, Emily. Did anything make you happy today?
Yes, Mason. I saw a beautiful butterfly in my garden. It was so colorful and delicate.
That sounds lovely. Butterflies are amazing creatures. Did it stay long?
Yes, it did. I watched it for a few minutes as it flew around the flowers. It made me smile.
That's wonderful, Emily. Sometimes it's the small things that bring the most joy.
Absolutely, Mason. It's important to notice and appreciate them.
Great role play, Mason and Emily. Now, I'll do one with Sophia. We can talk about something that brings us joy.
Sounds good, June. Let's begin.
Hi, Sophia. What's something small that made you happy recently?
Hi, June. Yesterday, I received a handwritten letter from my friend. It was such a nice surprise.
That's wonderful, Sophia. Handwritten letters are so special. What did the letter say?
It was a thank you letter. My friend appreciated something I did for her. It made me feel very happy.
That's so nice, Sophia. It's amazing how a simple letter can bring so much joy.
Yes, it is. It reminded me of the importance of small gestures.
Those were great examples. Let's discuss why it's important to find joy in small things. When we appreciate the little moments, we can feel happier and more content.
Yes, and it helps us stay positive, even during tough times. Noticing the small joys can improve our overall well-being.
It's also a way to practice mindfulness. Being present and fully experiencing these moments can reduce stress and make us feel more connected to the world around us.
Let's share some more personal stories about finding joy in small things. Mason, do you have a story to share?
Sure, Sophia. Last week, I was walking in the park and saw a group of children playing. Their laughter and energy were contagious. It reminded me of the simple joys of childhood and made me feel happy and nostalgic.
That's a lovely story, Mason. I have a similar experience. I recently started taking short walks in the evening. I enjoy the cool breeze and the sound of birds chirping. It's a peaceful time that I look forward to every day.
Those are great stories. For me, finding joy in small things means enjoying a cup of tea while reading a good book. It's a simple pleasure, but it helps me relax and unwind.
I love those examples. For our listeners, we encourage you to find your own small joys. It could be anything that makes you smile or feel good, like a favorite hobby or a kind word from a friend.
And remember, it's not about the big events or expensive things. True joy often comes from the small, everyday moments that we might overlook.
Let's do one more role play. This time, I'll thank June for sharing a small joy with me.
I'm ready, Emily. Let's go.
June, thank you for telling me about your evening walks. It inspired me to take my own walks and enjoy the little things.
I'm glad to hear that, Emily. It's amazing how a simple walk can bring so much joy and peace.
Yes, it is. I've started to notice the beauty around me more, thanks to your advice.
That's wonderful, Emily. I'm happy I could inspire you. Enjoying the small moments can make a big difference.
That was a great conversation. It's these simple interactions that can bring joy to our lives and help us connect with others.
To wrap up this part, let's remind our listeners to take a moment each day to find joy in small things. It can make a big difference in how we feel.
Appreciate the little things and share your joy with others. It's a simple way to spread happiness and positivity.
Beautiful lady who's walking around with me. And then
Now we're excited to wrap up our discussion today with a focus on expressing gratitude to others.
Gratitude is a powerful emotion that can strengthen relationships and bring joy to both the giver and the receiver.
That's right, Emily. Taking the time to express gratitude can make a big difference in someone's day.
Let's start by talking about why expressing gratitude is important. Mason, why do you think it's important to thank others?
Well, Sophia, expressing gratitude shows appreciation for what someone has done for us. It acknowledges their efforts and makes them feel valued and respected.
Exactly, Mason. It's a way of saying thank you for the kindness, support, or help we receive from others.
Gratitude also fosters positive feelings and strengthens our connections with others. When we express gratitude, we create a sense of warmth and goodwill in our relationships.
Let's share some examples of how we can express gratitude in everyday situations. Mason, how would you thank someone for a small favor?
If someone held the door open for me, For example, I would say, "Thank you so much for holding the door. I appreciate it."
That's a simple and effective way to express gratitude, Mason. Even for small acts of kindness, saying thank you goes a long way.
We go to a party.
Sure, June. Emily, imagine I help you with a project. How would you thank me?
Sophia, I want to thank you for helping me with the project. Your support made a big difference, and I really appreciate it.
You're welcome, Emily. I'm glad I could help. Let me know if you need anything else.
Great role play, Sophia and Emily. Now, let's do one with June and me. June, you can thank me for lending you a book.
Okay, Mason, let's give it a try. Mason, thank you for lending me the book. I've been wanting to read it, and I appreciate you sharing it with me.
You're welcome, June. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Books are meant to be shared.
That was wonderful, Mason and June. It's important to express gratitude sincerely and from the heart.
Let's talk about some other ways we can express gratitude besides saying thank you. Mason, what are some alternative ways to show appreciation?
Well, Sophia, you could write a thank you note, give a small gift, or do something nice for the person who helped you.
Those are all great ideas, Mason. Taking the time to write a thank you note or give a thoughtful gift shows that you truly value the other person's kindness.
Another way to express gratitude is through acts of kindness. Doing something nice for someone else is a way of paying it forward and spreading positivity.
Absolutely, June. It's important to remember that gratitude is not just about words, but also about actions.
Let's share some personal stories about expressing gratitude. Emily, do you have a story you'd like to share?
Yes, Mason. I remember when I was going through a tough time, and a friend brought me my favorite snack just to cheer me up. It was such a thoughtful gesture, and it meant a lot to me.
That's a beautiful story, Emily. It shows how even small acts of kindness can make a big difference in someone's day.
I have a similar story. A colleague helped me with a project, and I thanked her by bringing her a cup of coffee the next day. It was a simple gesture, but it showed my appreciation for her help.
Those are both great examples of expressing gratitude. Sophia and Emily, it's important to show appreciation for the people who make our lives better.
Let's do one final role play to demonstrate expressing gratitude. June, imagine I helped you with something. How would you thank me?
Emily, I want to thank you for your help. You went above and beyond, and I'm truly grateful.
You're welcome, June. I'm glad I could help. If you ever need anything else, just let me know.
That was a wonderful conversation, Emily and June. It's clear that expressing gratitude strengthens our relationships and brings us closer together.
To wrap up this part, let's remind our listeners to take the time to express gratitude to the people who make a difference in their lives. Whether it's a friend, family member, or colleague, saying thank you can brighten someone's day.
And remember, gratitude is contagious. When we express gratitude to others, it often inspires them to do the same.
Thank you for joining us in this final part of our podcast. We hope you found it helpful and inspiring.
Stay tuned for future episodes where we'll continue to explore English conversations for beginners. Keep practicing your English and spreading gratitude wherever you go.
Bye for now.
See you next time.
Have a wonderful day.